What's going on, guys? Seth and Chevy here. We just watched episode 9, 10, and 11, and basically the finale of season 2 of Kaiju number 8. We'll be talking full spoilers ahead, so hopefully you've had a chance to finish this season. And real quick recap, a lot of things happened here, but basically we had one episode where Kafka kind of reconnected with everybody, had a moment with Mina where they kind of reminisced on being young, and then everyone's kind of training, kind of preparing for what they kind of feel in the air. They know Kaiju number... Wait, which number is he again? 9?
9.
He's going to come and attack, and they're preparing for it. That ends up happening. A big attack happens not only in the city, but every major city in the country. And it's all a bunch of crazy Kaiju that... everybody who has been training and getting new suits gets to test them out on. Kikoru has Kaiju 4, her mom's suit.
The only one that can fly.
Allowing her the mobility she didn't have, but she has her dad's strength, so now she's got both going on. She's flying around just destroying shit. And then Hoshina is... cooperating with Kaiju 10. At first not so well, but then he starts kind of taunting him in a way that makes him want to work with him, so they start getting more powerful the more that they kind of go at each other, in which
Get very competitive.
Kaiju 10's using the tail of the suit basically, and Hoshina's doing what he does best and just slicing shit up. And then Mina is using like a giant, it's just a bigger gun than she had before, just a fucking giant rail gun, shooting shit.
It's the gun on top of Midgard, if you've played Final
pretty
Fantasy
much.
VII, so.
Oh no, I can't remember his name. The guy with the pink hair. I can't remember his name.
Cross Eyes or whatever?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
He's doing his thing too. He's killing shit. There's a really dark moment where a wedding gets attacked and it's like really fucked up, but he shows up with the squad, takes everything out, and everybody's getting evacuated into shelters. Everything's going pretty smooth until a bunch of Kaiju that all get their own numbers because they're all that powerful show up, and they've all been made to fight all the strongest people that are part of the force, and they've all been paired up with those people, and we get scenes of mostly Kikoru getting tossed around, but we get other scenes of other people getting messed up as well, and we kind of get it illustrated that they're kind of made perfectly to fight them. The blue-haired leader chick, I don't know her name, but she's trying to hold off against one of them, and she basically almost dies. Right before that, though, Kafka is helping people move into the shelters, but is unable to stay there when hearing everything happening, and ends up intervening.
Very Kafka of him.
Yep, very Kafka of him. Intervening with the blue-haired chick who is about to die, pretty fucked up. Her eyes all messed up and everything. Gets her out of harm's way, and then turns into Kaiju number 8. Against everybody's wishes, and then we see Kaiju number 9 in the air get stoked because that's basically what he was waiting for, is him to reveal himself, and then we get a cliffhanger for the whole season. So gotta wait till next season. Thoughts?
Kind of worked out, I think, pretty well to watch these 3 back to back the way we did instead of doing them episodically, just because it kind of was all just a bundle. If anything, the first episode might have been okay by itself, but the
it was
last
kind of
two
like a nice little warm up of like seeing everyone get connected again, and like Kafka talking with Tachikawa. I can't remember their fucking names.
Dude, he used to work with at the cleanup place, but
yeah, it was kind of like a lighter note, like a preparation before things happen. But yeah, the last 2 episodes definitely were like the first of the 2 episodes flew by.
Yeah.
By the time it was over, I was like, that was the episode. But most of it was just Hoshina wrecking stuff and having an interesting relationship with his suit.
Yeah, for sure.
That talks to him.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to kind of just kind of go through it, for just simply, I definitely enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. This show is pretty much just that, though. It's fun. Story wise, it's fine. Like, it's not like amazing or anything, but I think it does exactly what it needs to do to go
Yeah, it turned
forward.
into Earth Defense Force
Very much
for a little
so.
bit there.
Yeah.
Which I was like, this is fun.
I liked the calm before the storm episode. It was good for him to finally, 2 months later, after having his, in his version of it, obviously was being found out, and then assuming everyone hated him. So he's just kind of been brewing on that for 2 months, and then to finally get his phone back and find out he's got like 500 some messages of everyone in his crew basically trying to get a hold of him and let him know that they don't hate him, and they look forward to seeing him again. So he got to bawl like a baby for a little bit.
He had more anxiety contacting people and answering the phone than your average millennial.
Yeah, though it was good for him because that's like a weight that he doesn't have to think about that anymore. Like, they're all good. He doesn't have to worry about that. He can focus on the task at hand, which is in this episode training with I forgot his name already. Ninja guy. Hoshina. Where he gets a very impressive looking punch just to be one upped by the 1 inch punch and go flying, which was funny. Yeah, it was also interesting seeing everyone get their new toys, though we only got glimpses, obviously, at first. And we knew Hoshino was getting 10. We just didn't know, like, in what that was going to look like. And then,
Capacity, yeah.
moving into the actual, like, beginning of the crisis, and then basically getting a chance to show off before the real, battles start. That was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed, specifically, the number 4 suit. It was really cool to see something that was able to be like super mobile, because a lot of this stuff so far has just been like power, right? Like, you power up, you get stronger, and a couple people are fast, but like they mostly got their speed amplified versus like the suit is just like fast in general. Because she's not inherently super fast to begin with. She's more like her dad, and she's like a stronger person. So the suit kind of gets to make up for her weakness, which is it's neat. Also, she has 2 numbers on her because her axe is also made out of a kaiju. So that's another fun little tidbit with her. It's also fun to see that her synchro level went above 80%, which basically makes her captain level already. And she's still a first year. So,
Year 1, yeah.
yeah, so assuming she survives, she will be going places.
She'll be fine.
Ideally, she will be. The show has killed people off, so though she seems too important for that.
Yeah, I don't think they'll kill her off.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I also think she looks dope in that suit.
Yeah. I think everybody looks cool now. They all got their own ninja swag now.
Yeah, the dude in the number 10 is looking straight out of a Monster Hunter with his
Yeah,
face plastered on his chest. Good Lord. I love the dynamic there too, right? Because like you got this guy who's like stealth and speed, and then bro who just wants to be berserker,
Brute force,
does
yeah.
not want to do that, and so like they have to kind of compromise, but also like bounce off each other in a competitive sense, because otherwise they don't sync up, and so like it has to become a battle of egging the other person on, to be like, well, I'm better than you. Well, no, I'm better than you. And
It's kind of perfect because Hoshina is the type of dude who would manipulate somebody, and so he when he started approaching it as like almost taunting the guy, things are working out better.
Yeah.
So they have like a really interesting dynamic.
yeah, I also love the idea that like he's just fighting or whatever, but then like he basically gets his back covered because the suit is also there and like controls the tail. So it's a really fun dynamic. I hope to see in the next season when he gets to fight his number, that really get utilized animation wise, because I think that could play around with a lot of cool stuff with that idea. Yeah, the number 3 captain, can't remember her name, but the childhood friend who of Kafka's, and her giant building attached cannon.
You talking about Mina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, we just give her bigger gun. That's her upgrade. You just get bigger gun, stationary gun, and then you're gonna fight flying monolith thing, which we didn't even get a taste of. So that's just being saved, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what is that going to do?
Yeah, so that's a complete
Be good at
mystery
not
there.
getting shot?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, what do I got left? And then yeah, the as you called it, the Titan one, and the blue-haired girl. We got to see that one quite a bit because it just basically is just fast and strong. Right?
It's just running and punching like a Titan.
It's a very basic one, I think,
Yeah.
in comparison to the other ones. The other one we got to see a lot of too was the one that that looks a lot like the girl. Sorry, I'm terrible with the names. The number 4 suit girl, and her dark version, basically. That thing is like super speedy, which was fun to watch, like animation wise. I always love that kind of stuff in anime, though, where people are super fast. But then, like, we got a taste of her early on too, where she was in her brain form and did that weird like nervous system connection thing to like get rid of an entire crowd or whatever. It was really creepy. So.
Yeah, it almost remind me of how like fungus
Yeah.
communicates through the ground.
Yeah, and then it does like, I don't know if it's like an energy blast or a sound blast type thing because it's going so fast we don't really get to see it. But it just eviscerated like 6 people instantly, which was crazy. So,
And the guy that I can never remember his name, someday I'll get it. He's fighting a dude who is using water,
right.
so that he can't.
Because there's no nervous system to keep track of there. Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to like these, like they've lined up these like really cool fights.
Well, and we know next season's going to start with a bang because they're going to have to continue from here. So,
well, and it's kind of like finally the point of the show. Like we've spent basically 2 seasons doing the training arc and like world building, right? Developing the big baddie, and then like giving people worthy things to fight other than like, because so far the show's just been big kaiju shows up, everybody fights big kaiju, and now it's like, nope, sorry, not enough people, you get to one
now it's Dragon Ball Z.
yeah. And so the stakes are much higher now, so that'll be a lot of fun when that comes out. But overall I enjoyed the season quite a bit. I guess the only other thing I really have to say is the OP and the ED once again were kind of meh in my opinion, though I do think visually the ED is fun. So
Yeah. The intro of this and the first season though are some of the worst intros I've seen in any animes, which is kind of crazy because I like the show.
yeah, I'm not a fan.
The reliance on pure CGI and
They
just
remind me
like
of like
no style.
music visualizations.
Yeah, they're really like lame. Especially like we were watching, without talking about it because we're not reviewing it here. We were watching Sakamoto Days. We reviewed the whole part 2 of the season, and we were watching that. And the intro to that, I was like, this intro is better than Kaiju number 8.
Yeah.
And spoiler from my perspective, Kaiju number 8 is a better show than Sakamoto Days. So it's just kind of weird that like I'm watching, in my opinion, like a lesser show, and I'm like, the intro to this is like legit, and the one for Kaiju number 8 is like, I'm like so happy to hit the skip button once it gives me the option. So
I'm not a big fan of it either. So.
yeah, in fact, if I had any complaints about the first season and the second season of this show, it's been the intros and outros. Except for the outro, I think visually is much better.
Yeah.
But the song is
Especially
like
with all the colors and stuff. It's
whatever. Yeah. But yeah, the visuals of the intro's terrible and the song's lame, and I'm not into it.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Got nothing else. Overall, I think season 2, even though I really liked season 1, was better than season 1. But yeah, in these episodes, I did, like you said, liked the kind of downtime, the build up. It's interesting that we spent a whole episode doing that, but it kind of makes sense now that we're seeing that people are basically potentially getting messed up.
Yeah,
I don't know if anybody's going to die or not, but it seems like they're kind of flirting with it a bit. With
mangled.
Yeah, well, if they're going to kill somebody, I thought like the blue-haired chick would be a good one to kill because we haven't really become attached to her in any way. We would just go, oh, that sucks. Somebody on the squad died, or the force.
Right. Just to give some stakes, basically.
But it also, yeah, exactly. But it just gave Kafka the intro he needed to do what he's not supposed to do. But of course, he'll do it.
Follow his heart.
Yep. But yeah, the fight scenes are cool. I liked the whole what would it be, episode 10, where just the assault started. The wedding sequence was like really fucking dark. I was like, before they got saved, I'm like, this is kind of grim.
Yeah, it was getting dark real
The
fast.
dude's like biting his arm to bleed, and it's not working. And that was his daughter, right?
Yeah.
Is like about to get eaten. And I'm just like, this is fucked up. And then they get saved. But I was like, I forgot the show can get dark sometimes.
Yeah, they really took the line for sure.
Yeah. Very satisfying to watch the guy, I can't remember his name, just chop that dude up, though. It was cool to see Kikoru just flying around like I do in EDF and just killing stuff.
Yeah, she was an air lancer for sure.
I really enjoyed and would like to see more of Hoshina and Kaiju 10. I like their dynamic together. I think it's fun. I also think the potential of them being powerful is definitely there, because you have two different minds that are both powerful in their own sense, working together. And having another limb for Hoshina is pretty dangerous, in my opinion, because he's already all over the place anyway. So once they get that figured out, we'll have a real Kashurin situation. And yeah, all the fights are cool. But the last episode is obviously where things get dire. The designs for the numbered kaijus are interesting. I'm not so much a fan of the like clone of Kikoru that the one kaiju has, but her like actual form is actually pretty interesting looking. The floating head thing, I don't know what to think of that, but we barely even saw anything on it. But that's interesting. The Titan running around just kind of looks like a lesser version of Kaiju 9, but in Titan mode. So that's like whatever, but it kind of makes sense. That's what was sent after blue-haired chick. Water guy we barely saw anything on, but that's kind of interesting as well. Mostly just interested in the Kikoru fight because we saw mostly that fight, and I don't think she got a hit on her at all. So
she whiffed constantly.
Yeah, so it doesn't really give us a whole lot of confidence. So we have to wait for some kind of ex machina to happen, or her to figure out something to best it. But we'll find out next season. So, and yeah, I was waiting for Kafka to finally decide to hop in. Of course, he did it right at the end of the episode. As soon as he showed up, I was like, this is the end of the episode.
Yeah, it's over.
This is the fucking cliffhanger. He's just going to turn into Kaiju number 8, and that's going to be that, which he did. But yeah, overall, the whole finale felt good. It felt earned. It felt like something we were building towards, and it feels big, which I wanted. I obviously assumed it was going to be like this big battle, but it feels dire. It feels like everybody's being pushed to their limits, which is something we were kind of wondering about earlier in this season, even last season. Like, if Kafka is like so powerful, what was everybody else going to do? And we kind of speculated they're going to have to level up in some way, and everybody has. So also waiting for I forgot his name, Reno. I'll just call him that, to show up, because he will, of course, with his ice powers. And maybe he'll save somebody, because I don't think a kaiju got sent to him.
No, the whole third squad's not even around. So
yeah, so we'll get some reinforcements, I'm sure. But yeah, really good season, really good finale, and I can't wait for next season.
Whenever that is.
I'm sure it'll be soon. This show's popular, it seems. So
yeah.
Yeah. So overall, good season. What would you grade it?
I'd give it a pretty solid B+, I'd say. I think it was a lot of fun. The pacing was pretty good on it. I have a hard time going too high on the show because it is effectively a battle show. So
it's a battle show, and the drama is like really contained, and like it never feels like it's gonna go out of control. Like, oh my god, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, and the animation is like good, but it's not like amazing.
Yeah.
Right? So like I have to kind of contain myself a little bit with it. So though I am having a lot of fun, I'm very much looking forward to more of it. But yeah, I think B+ is where I feel good. So
I think my enjoyment of the show is like in A- area, but I think I'm also give it a B+ just because, there's certain things that could be improved on a little bit, but it's entertaining, and that's what they're trying to do. So it has fun, charming characters,
Definitely.
good dynamics. The animation's not the best, but it's not the fucking worst. I've seen way worse.
Definitely not.
But the fight scenes are always fun to watch. So even if you don't have like Mappa animation, you can still be creative in your fight scenes and still create really cool scenes. And I think the show does that. Also, because it's basically like Monster Hunter, just the creativity they get to have with like different weapons and abilities and stuff like that.
Right.
Met with Kafka being a kaiju as well, you get some really cool stuff that you don't really see in a lot of shows. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a B+ as well. Super solid, and I think definitely better than the first season. Just because, like most animes, like that first season's always like the big introduction, so it always takes a second to get into it. But if you allow to get past that, the second season can kind of like get more into things. I think this season definitely took advantage of that. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much just the rule anyways when it comes to anime, especially. Like first season, they usually, because there's so many characters in most of these shows that you got to give enough time to like care enough about them. So
establish the world, the rules, all that stuff, yeah.
The rules is the kind of the big one too, because a lot of these shows, like there's like shtick to the power systems.
Well, like in this, everybody's suits have to be charged at a certain point per person, and
you have to get the viewer comfortable with that. So.
Yeah, exactly. So, B+ and B+.
Yep.
Got anything else to say?
A lot easier season coming up, so that'll be good.
Yep, we're gonna be watching Ranma half. Yep. And then finishing Shogun. We'll take recommendations if you have any. I don't want to overdo this time because this last season, we're doing 3 shows and backed up on another show, and it became a lot. Also, our schedule was pretty tight as well.
Yeah,
so
there's a hodgepodge of reasons, but it was just a lot.
It was a lot, yeah. So I'm looking forward to just having like 1-2 shows tops. So that'll be nice. But again, recommendations, movies, whatever, let us know. Also, let us know what you thought of this season, favorite parts, least favorite parts. If you have any criticisms, where you think things are going, unless you know, please don't tell us. And yeah, what was the big highlights for you when it comes to this season? Let us know in the comments below. But I've been Seth, this has been Chevy. Until the next review, we will talk to you guys later.